Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Hopefully this video, unlike one of my ones last night, doesn't freeze up in the middle. By the way, there was no issues on my laptop last night when I was recording, so I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a glitch uploading. Who knows? Hopefully tonight's videos come out fine. Speaking of people who probably aren't going to come out fine, Walter Ringfield. Remember that name? Okay, you don't have to remember it anymore. He was a temporary election worker in Arizona. He was arrested on Saturday after allegedly stealing a security fob and keys from the Maricopa County Tabulation and Election Center. He was caught on video camera walking by a desk that had key fobs on lanyards with other keys, and he took one and put it in his pocket. He was confronted by by his election supervisor, and security searched his car, didn't find anything. They executed a search warrant of his home, and they located the fob. According to investigators, the security fobs are used in conjunction with special secure tablets during the election. Because one was removed, every fob and tablet has to be reprogrammed, and that's going to cost more than $20,000. Tell me again about, why don't you just build the Cyber Ninjas for that one, right? Ringfield is going to be held in custody until his arraignment, which is scheduled for this Thursday. He's being held in custody because apparently there was another pending felony case against him that he was saying, I thought we resolved that, but apparently not. So felony, he's already a felon, or he's been accused of felonies, and he's got cases against him. The Maricopa County was basically saying, they really can't, they won't get back up to full speed until all these tablets are reprogrammed. Midas Touch Network did say that this fellow was a Trumper. This raw story that I have up, and I'll post a link to it, stated that he was registered as a Democrat at one point, but is currently not registered. Midas Touch looked into it and found that Walter had shut down all his social media accounts, or most of his social media accounts, but they found a few where he had posted up Truth Social stuff, Epoch Times, and other things, which would basically indicate that he's MAGA, he's QAnon, and stuff like that. So that's what we got. That's what we have. Let's see if I can find it in this story here. From pro-Trump MAGA accounts like the Epoch Times, Gateway Pundit, Babylon Bee, and Cat Turd. Oh, gotta like that last one. But this hasn't been confirmed by local reporters. So, there's and certainly the behavior is similar to that of Republican conspiracy theorists who, for some reason, think that Maricopa County is the hotbed of voter fraud in the United States. So let's look at this guy, Walter Ringfield. Give me the energy around him and why he did what he did. Entertainment purposes only. I guess the burden of proof has to be brought somehow. This dude's under, he's under a lot of burdens here. Maybe he's mentally burdened. Again, that burden of proof comes to mind. Maybe if I get that key fob, I, Walter Ringfield, can prove to the world that it's not a conspiracy theory that the election was stolen in Maricopa County. I'll bring the receipts because I've got the evidence. Yeah, and I'll get paid. Not only is the burden of proof going to be on him, he's going to be greatly rewarded. I just did a reading on Mike Lindell. I'm sure Mike Lindell will shower him with $5 million for proving Mike Lindell right. I think he's also looking at his legacy of, if I can do this, I'll be a hero. I'll be in the history books. What he really is he's just some wackadoodle who stole a key fob, and what he was going to do with it next is anybody's guess. Hopefully it's not worse than that. It could be worse. Look at these two cards, these two endings here. In the past, Seven of Cups, Yeah, some people are just wackadoodle. I don't know if COVID broke a lot of people's brains. Donald Trump broke a lot of people's brains. And somewhere between Trump being elected in 2016 and COVID in 2020, people are broken. Absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And no, they'll believe any conspiracy theory, but they won't believe facts. Current situation, Ace of Cups. He's a true believer. I think Midas Touch has this correct, that this guy is a MAGA QAnon true believer type of thing. That, no, Donald Trump's going to save the United States and the election was stolen from him and he was going to be the one proving it. The overarching energy, though, is the Death card. It's going to be an all-new day for him tomorrow, though, because he's already in the court system for one felony, and now I can't imagine that taking a key fob, a secured key fob from an elections site is going to be anything less than a felony. He is going to be serving some time. I don't think he's going to be able to downgrade this one. You know what I mean? Lesson to be learned is the Emperor. I think he wanted to be, please, dear leader. But at the end of the day, I think what's really going to happen, the courts are going to take care of him. Yeah. Outcome is the Tower. Between his other felony count and these actions here, yeah, his bubble's been burst. I hope they have good mental health facilities in prison, because he's going to need them. It's funny, just sort of thinking about this, just as I was saying that, it's like, they probably really don't have good mental health facilities in prison. So this guy, who's loopy as a loon right now, is going to be going to prison, probably for a few years for this. And if not this case, for the other felony he's got going on, it could be a twice convicted felon. He's going to get some time. And, what help is he going to get in the prison system? None. If there's an argument for trying to get, sanitariums of some sort reopened for mentally ill people, and maybe even, more prisons for mentally ill people so they can get the help they need, and make that part of the, when we tax corporations and such, increase the minimum tax and make corporations start paying actual taxes. Maybe some of that money can go to facilities like that. All right. What was he going to do with that key fob? I think that's a reasonable question to ask. What was he going to do with it? What's he going to do with the key fob? We're going to find out. He's going to go look at it. He's going to go inspecting it. Maybe I think he's going to bring it to somebody. This would be like one of those ones where he's going to bring it to somebody, who's smarter than he is, to take a look at it. And I don't say that to say that this guy's got a low IQ or anything like that. If I had a key fob like that, an election fob for tablets, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm not an idiot by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not overly computer literate either. Yeah, it's a key fob. I know there's information on it. Let me give it to somebody who actually knows what they're doing. That's kind of what this is. Crossed by the King of Wands. Almost makes me wonder if... I was about to say if somebody put him up to it. I was about to say maybe somebody put him up to it, but with the Devil card underneath here, I think he's more just a happy volunteer. He was going to be like the laptop dude, the fix-it dude that allegedly has Hunter Biden's hard drive and just brought it to somebody else. Something like that. Pizzagate. I think he did this on his own volition, but he wanted to bring it to somebody because he's a Trumper. And he knows the election was stolen. He wants to do anything he can to help Donald Trump get back into power. Again, he's broken. In the past, conspiracy theory, that he buys into all conspiracy theories. Maybe he thought he might be able to make a little bit of money on that one, but it's the money is secondary to helping Donald Trump out. if he handed this over to somebody who could break into it, and he asked for payment, they'd ask, do you want $100 or do you want a phone call from Donald Trump? Yeah, a pat from Donald Trump and say attaboy. He probably would take the pat from Donald Trump and the attaboy because he's a true believer and not a rhino. Current situation is the 9 of coins. I could be wrong. I think he wanted the money. I think he felt like he could get some money for this. The money would be nice. He wants to... Okay, so let me reverse that. The money would be nice. Helping Donald Trump is the bonus, is the motivation. So it's like, I want to do this to help Trump, but Daddy needs to get paid. Overarching energy is the 8 of Swords. Feeling trapped, helpless. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's... I'm wondering if he's got some financial problems or some other problems. Well, definitely has other problems, intellectual problems. But it's almost like this for him psychologically was helpful because he helps Trump. He feels like he's doing something because nobody else seems to be helping Trump. So, Cyber Ninjas didn't help Trump, so he's going to help Trump. Oh, Cyber Ninjas got paid billions. You can pay me hundreds of thousands. We should be good on that. So, lesson be learned, Queen of Wands. He wanted to be a hero. He took the action on it. And now he's going to pay the consequences for it. Cut and dry. Yeah. It's... I think in the end of the day, he will... I don't think there's a conspiracy here. This is kind of the conspiracy card. But I think the conspiracy is mostly in his head. And I don't think he's going to be able to come up and say, oh, this person put me up to it. He might do that, but you've got to have the evidence, the receipts to prove that. So he may try to throw somebody else under the bus, as it were, but he's not going to have any evidence for it. He's trying to get himself a better deal. Spend less time, maybe get the charges dropped, tell some BS story, and then have the FBI believe his BS story, and then, he'll blame his supervisor, his election supervisor, the one that confronted him, say, oh, that person was cahoots all the time. He was just following orders from that person. Something like that. And then it's like, okay, well, can you provide emails of this? No, it was just a verbal conversations. Okay, well, when did they happen and where? Because there's security cameras all around here. Oh, it wasn't here. It was at my house. Okay, well, there's security cameras around the apartment that you live in. What day was it? We'll check the security cameras to show that this person was there. Oh, I don't remember the day exactly. It was in this week. And then you find out that the election supervisor was out of town that entire week. It's going to be something like that. Just lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. And then they're just going to be like, yeah, no. No, you can go to prison all by yourself. Anyway, we'll keep this reading short. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your likes and shares and feeding the YouTube algorithm so that this video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks discovering this channel recently, welcome to the channel. Hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.